So one way to think about what we call ethics in Buddhism is simply the way that a Buddha, an enlightened being, would naturally behave. So an enlightened being isn't trying to practice ethics. An enlightened being, for example, isn't trying to be compassionate. An enlightened being, all an enlightened being is doing is responding to whoever, whatever he or she comes across in life. So from that point of view, you could say an enlightened being has gone beyond ethics, because the behaviour of someone who's realised this condition that we call enlightenment would just be completely spontaneous. From their point of view, they would just be doing what comes totally naturally. From the person experiencing its point of view, they might experience, for example, compassion, but the enlightened person, there wouldn't be a sense that they would be thinking, oh, I am now being compassionate. They would be just doing what came totally naturally to them, in a sense what they couldn't help doing. And we probably all had some little glimpses of this. I was teaching in the class just the other evening, and I was asking people, just to think of a time where they had done something for somebody that they, willingly, somebody had asked them to do something and they willingly did it. And what was that experience like? And one man said, oh, I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think I've ever done something willingly like that. There's always a tinge of resentment. But as it happened, I knew this person quite well, and I knew that he helped out at the Buddhist Centre a lot. And I said, well, what about all those times you help at the Buddhist Centre? And he said, oh, that doesn't count. That doesn't count as generosity. And I thought, well, in a way, that's a glimpse of what an enlightened person would feel. It wouldn't count. They wouldn't be counting the cost of it, as it were. It would just be natural. So just in the same way as this man just naturally helped, he didn't even think of himself as being generous or practicing ethics. That's a glimpse of how it would be when you had, to use that term, gone beyond ethics. There would still be action, there would still be beneficial activity in the world, but there'd be no sense that it was sort of driven by a sort of egoistic sense of oneself as agent. So in that sense, there is a going beyond ethics, but the activity still continues. In fact, it continues infinitely. There would be no end to beneficial activity, no end to the expressions of that.